G'day everyone, welcome back to another project. So over the next few weeks, or next few videos, I'm going to be making a 5-inch scandi-grind bushcraft knife. Now, partly in why I'm making this is I wanted to make more knives, but also I had my birthday a few weeks ago and I was given this nice clean bar of 1080. It's 1.5 by 1/8, and I thought that would be a good thing to start off a knife with. So I have made a knife before. I don't have it here, I can show it later. It's not great, just a full tang. I made it in a rough charcoal forge. I burnt it. It's not great, it's not pretty. But the reason I do want to make more knives, just I guess cheaper ones, just out of scrap material. But I figured since this is nice, clean, square stock, and also considering it's only a scandi-grind, which if you don't know, it's just a small straight bevel, flat bevel grind. So because of those factors, I decided I'm not going to forge this, I'm just going to do stock removal. And with that as well, since I'm not that experienced with knife making, I don't want to be introducing too many potential errors or room to make mistakes there. So I think this should be good. Hopefully I can make a good, nice knife out of it. Should probably be the biggest knife I've got. I've got a pocket knife which I use, which is probably 3 inches. So this would be good just for a bit heavier tasks. And hopefully with that grind and the shape and everything, it should be a good hardy knife for, as the name implies, bushcraft. So I'll jump into it. I'm just going to use a cut-off wheel and angle grinder to slice off the majority of the scrap material around the edges and all that. And then after that, I'll probably use a grinding disc to smooth out and get a bit closer of a profile, and then I'll hit the files and hand tools. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, there we have it, guys. We've got the rough cut and ground knife length there. It's looking pretty good, pretty happy with the shape of it. So what I'm going to do now is just refine it even further with files, just to get it a bit more accurate to what I wanted before heat treat. And we're also going to mark out and put a little bit of a grind on the bevel. Not too much, as it's not that thick, and I want to retain a bit of thickness there for the heat treat. So it'll end up kind of just being more like a marking out of the bevel. Also, I designed my handle sketching it first on paper and then cutting it out of cardboard to see how it felt. I read that on a forum somewhere. And that worked pretty good, so I came up with this handle design. However, it might be a bit clubby once I add the timber scales to it, so I'm not sure. I might thin it down a little bit more, the thickness of it, so it's not such a big thing to hold on to once the timber is on there. Other than that, guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get into it. So I'm back here. I've finished smoothing out the profile of the knife here. Just filing it. Worked actually quite efficiently, which I was surprised by. And roughed in the bevels there, leaving about a 1 mil or 1/16 of an inch, I think, edge there, pre-heat treat. So hopefully that should go good. I could probably go a bit thinner, also as the bevel isn't that long, so it's basically just a big hunk of steel like that. But since this is, well, not my first time, but since I'm not very experienced with this, I don't want to risk it too bad. So what I'm going to do now is go over to the drill press and drill 3 holes to accept the handle pins there. Then I'm gonna make sure everything's nice and clean and no large scratches are on the blade. So I'm just gonna go over it with some sandpaper, probably up to about 120, just so it's nice and smooth. It reduces work after heat treat, and hopefully it doesn't scale up as much. And then after that, then that'll finally be, I'm gonna do a normalizing cycle, and I'm gonna quench it in canola oil. Now, I did look on some forums and it said, well, ideally you'd want proper quenching oil, but it said canola oil does work quite well, but you've got to preheat it. So I'm gonna have to quench another piece of steel in it first to heat the oil up a bit. I'm not doing exact temperatures or anything, but hopefully I get it in the ballpark, and I hope you enjoy, guys. everyone, so as you saw, I heat treated the knife. There you go. A few things about that. One, it took a lot longer to heat up than I thought it would. I'm not sure if that's just my actual burner, or also maybe part of the fact is that I moved the bricks kind of a bit dodgily, if that's a word, just onto the ground, so that might not have insulated the heat quite as well as it could have. So I really kind of actually struggled to bring it up to heat. So once I did, or it turned non-magnetic and I thought I hit a little bit more than that, I quenched it and it got the marten side, or at least I think it did, along the blade where I quenched it. So I thought it was all good. Tested it with a file, and it had a bit of decarb on top, decarbonization, which basically just makes it a bit softer on top there. So that scraped away good, and as you can hopefully hear, it's nice and hard and skatey on the edge there, which is good. The only problem though, well, not the only problem, but the thing is, back here, near the, I guess you call it the ricasso maybe, I'm not so sure about it. That's up near the tip, really high pitch. Back here, the file kind of bites a little bit. I'm not sure, it'd probably be better to show you that, but the very edge, so the very edge is hard. It's just the top of the bevel here. The file seems to be digging in a bit, and I have already scraped away the decarb and seem to be plenty of material there, so I'm not sure about that. It would make sense if it isn't quite hardened, as back it was only red kind of back to here, so I'm not sure if that would have got it hot enough or gotten in the oil quick enough. So I'm not quite sure what to do. I'm kind of tempted to reheat treat it, as also once I did it, I remembered that I forgot to preheat the oil, which I read I was supposed to do with the canola oil. So I'm not sure. I might reset up the forge, that might make it better, or I might just try and go into it, and I know kind of the placement on the flame where it's the hottest. I'm not sure. Put down in the comments what you guys think you would have done or would do. I appreciate that. So I think I might try and reheat treat this, and if it's successful, I'll go straight into the heat treating. So from here, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Next morning, and it was a successful quench and heat treat. So it looks pretty good. I left it in the oven a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I forgot about it, but it looks alright. It had a nice light straw, bit maybe dark straw color on it. I'm not sure if that's exactly the quench. I mean, not the quench, sorry, the temperature according to that, or if it's the oxide building up over time. But there you go. That's the heat treated knife, everyone. So thank you for joining me for this part. If you like what you see, please like, comment and subscribe, and join me next week to finish the knife off. Have a good day.